Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome from my side, welcome from Gigaset. Question was economic crisis, question was how to come out of this, influence. Of course, we also have influence of this. These old programs, cut savings, restructuring, and so on, we are also touched by this, but it doesn't make sense to sit there with twisted arms in the corner, suffering about economic crisis and waiting what will happen. So, and what we did, how we get out of this way, I will tell you briefly now. First of all, a small introduction of our company. You can see it here. We are based worldwide. We are a global player in more than 70 countries. Major focus at the moment is Europe. 90% of our business is done in Europe, and that means we are a German company, and our headquarters is based for this region in Vienna, and from Vienna we are supporting at the moment 15 countries. That means from Poland to Greece we are responsible in Vienna for the support of these countries. And you can believe me, this is a very heterogeneous landscape, and the economic crisis influence different countries. So related to the market activities, our position is in Europe we are number one, voice-decked, and worldwide we are number two. So that means we had to defend on one side the European market, and outside of Europe, in US, in Latin America, Far East, China, and so on, it is a challenge to get number one. This is our target. The owner structure, you can see it there, because some speakers talked about Siemens also, that our shareholder situation is like it is here. It's part of Arkes, a German investor, and the rest remains still inside Siemens. But we are an independent owned company. So, what is dealer structure? It's quite easy. It's not enough for us to have only one dealer to concentrate, for instance, on operators, on network operators. It's necessary for our business to have the whole portfolio and customers inside. That means distribution channel, also retail channels, because to have a balance on the market, this is very important. Because if you stick to one, if you are concentrated on one, maybe it could get worse for you. And therefore, you can see here a lot of customers where we are busy worldwide, where we have different working level. That means with an operator like Ron Telecom here, you had to work different as with a retail or a distribution channel, because it is in advance more work to do to prepare the devices to adjust to their network features and protocols, and therefore it's quite different to work with these customers. Situation in Romania, you can see here no figures about economic crisis, no decrease. We had a huge success in the last 3 years, for instance. We increased our turnover by 360% here on this market. That means our market is growing, in this case double digit. Worldwide the market is more or less stable, small decrease, let's say, because the DACH market in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and these countries is a little bit on the same level, light decrease, and our expectation all for the next year is also to have a small increase on the market here, coming back to a growing scenario here. So that means that we had to have some ideas how to get out of this down-going spiral which you are involved in economic crisis. Most important, because we are a company, we can only survive if we get money from customers and if we get payments. So that means, especially here on the retail market, we had an influence on the economic crisis due to stop of deliveries. If you don't get the money, we can deliver quantities quite easy. And this had also an influence to our business. But nevertheless, more important is how to get out of this, to have new ideas, new ways to come out, to make it popular. Because if you have a look to your home environment, everybody had in the past a coffee machine. Everybody had a TV. So, most of them, now we have a flat TV, we have new designs of coffee machines, and everybody would like to have it. So this is also more or less a topic to create a market, to create a need from the customer side to buy it. And believe me, there is always a market. You have to think about the trends, you think what will come in the future, can we adjust our devices to this, and then it's possible to fight for this and think positive. For instance, one of the examples you can see here, the topic of green home, ecotech, whatever, it's in some countries also a political topic, announced, forced by the governments there. We, in our case, starts already in the early stage of this. It started in the development to use the right spare parts, then in the logistic, in the transport, and also the outcome for the people, for the end customer, is that he saves money in power consumption, that we are reducing the transmission power, and so on, many steps with this, as you can see here, with Eco Plus, Eco Normal Mode, and so on. These are features which customer would like to have, and this makes a refurbish on the market, on the cordless voice market. What is also our strategy, because Far East price competition was also announced in this audience today. Of course we have Far East competition, and it's always the same, to offer the cheapest price with maximum on features. Believe me, it couldn't work. But on the other hand, customer knows very well what they want and what is necessary, and in our case we are stressing this point, like you can see here, products with nice quality, nice design. We got a lot of awards for this design, and also having our factory producing worldwide devices in Bocholt in Germany. So we are able to deliver products here in 3-4 days. It depends on the track, how long is it on the way. And second, we are very flexible in terms of logistic, in terms of production, in terms of smaller quantities. It's depending, because one influence or one outcome of the economic crisis was also that the dealers and the customers didn't want to take big quantities on their stock. So that means smaller stock, but for us it is the challenge to support immediately. So increase stock rotation and support immediately. That means we had to work very close together with them on the logistic part. This is a very important part of our business. Yeah, that means Factory of the Year, you can see it, we got an award also for our factory in Bocholt, and is not the factory in China or somewhere else is not cheaper, because it's a level of how automatic production you introduce there. And believe me, if you're there, it looks like a robot city, because no people are working there, it's just made out by robots. And especially in this time before Christmas, we are working 24 hours, 7 days around. Yeah, giving you some examples. What are the trends for the future? This is not from Gigaset, not from cordless voice, fixed line, business outcoming. This is general trend of the future. And these 4 significant trends we are facing now, we are supporting devices, features to the market which needs to their trends. There is the first one, this generation 50 plus, silver revolution, whatever you want to say. There it is necessary to have big keypad, illuminated display, a good sound quality, and so on. But nevertheless, the design and the quality shouldn't look ugly, shouldn't look too big. It had to fit also that it is a normal phone and that everybody can use it, but to request his needs. And believe me, with this phone, there are some brochures inside your scripts you get. There are some the products in. There is one in the E360. It's not very, let's say, famous, promoted, but it's the most selling product in several countries due to these features I mentioned before. The next trend is neo-ecology. That means also what I mentioned before, to have this eco-tech, green home, safe radiation, power reduction, and so on. This is covered by our products, and all our products are implemented with these features. All our products have this energy saving and cost reduction, and also radiation. Next topic, individualization. You know this also from the mobile, that the phones, you had to be individualized. That means different ringing tones, picture clipping, whatever is necessary. We can realize this with the phones also, and it must fit to your personal need. This is a big advantage here. And connectivity, of course, to close a little bit the bridge to the mobile phone area, connectivity means to be always on, to be always on the latest information what you need. We can implement with voice over IP, for instance, the eBay stock stickers, weather forecast, online dictionary, and some features which customer would like to have at every time he is requested to, or he would like to need it. This is the benefit we would like to offer to the customers, and then it's not a question of topic, and it's not a topic of price and reduce the price, it's a topic of need, of content. If I would like to have this, I'm willing to pay this. So this was more or less a brief slide introduction from my side. What we did so far, you saw the success on the turnover we increased. We would like and we will go this continuously now, and I'm very happy about this market, because such a big increase in turnover and growing business I didn't have in any of the other countries.